Welcome guys and girls to Mine Alien's Place. Welcome to another episode of Mad Adventures Africa. Yes guys, another episode brought from our place. Episode with a difference once again. It's one of those episodes. How to. You guys know what the how-to videos are all about. Basically showing you guys how to convert something, how to fix something, or how to reinvent something. Today's episode is basically converting a prawn pump, bait pump, a fishing pump, a prawn pump, whatever pump you want to call it. It's basically the conversion of a pump. Over the years, plenty things has been converted. All right, it's basically the reinvention of the wheel. Plenty things have been reinvented over the years. Some worked, some didn't work. I can proudly say that the reinvention or the conversion of the bait pumping prawn worm pump, the conversion worked, the reinvention worked. The reinvention or the conversion of the prawn pump, I've basically got a normal penguin pump here. This pump has seen its years already. I had this pump for about 15 years. Give or take, I've had it for about 15 years. Alright? The only thing basically over the years that I replaced was my wing nuts in the front. And then these little rubbers. These are the rubbers that always causes the chaos. Over time they get hard, they get brittle. And every now and then you need to open your prawn pump and remove all of these washers. Because that is normally what happens to them. They're full of sand and you need to clean them off. So basically the conversion of the prawn pump is where we are going to take these rubbers and you know what we're going to do with it. Discard of them. They're gone. So here we go. Let's start with I'm not going to show you guys step by step how to convert the pump, but I'll explain to you guys how to do it, and it's plain and simple, easy. As I said, I've got the prawn pump here. And once again, this conversion I saw, the very first time I saw it from Farid. Once again, I don't know if he invented it, but I saw it from him, but he shared his secret with me. As you guys also know, that over the lockdown, there's a lot of guys that came to me. They brought their prawn pumps to me because I serviced their prawn pumps and also I converted their prawn pumps. There were some days I was doing 5 to 10 pumps per day. Some guys were bringing 2 or 3 pumps on a day to me here. Alright, so basically I was servicing and I was converting prawn pumps. Alright, I was doing it for 3 months now in the lockdown. And this info, I'm going to bring it directly to you guys so you know how to do it for the next time. As I explained to you guys on the beach when I was pumping, one of the first things that you need to do is, let's bring the camera nearer. Up. One of the first things you need to do is you need to remove your cover cap on the top here. What's the reason for removing this cover cap? Because if you are pumping under the water and your pump is under the water, it's already difficult trying to pump that sand and pulling that sand, and now you've got water stuck in the inside here, and this opening on the top here is so small that you're going to struggle to force the water through there. So basically what you are doing is you're removing the cover cap right there. You're removing the cover cap and basically your hole is bigger and the water flows freely. So it's easier to pump. You just can't remove your cover cap, guys. Remember the reason for that cover cap is it keeps your shaft in place. If you remove your cover cap, your shaft is going to be, your shaft runs through your handle. Okay, but that cover cap also keeps your shaft in place. But now your handle is loose. So what did I do? I basically just took my handle that comes out on the other side. I flayed it, as you guys can see there. I flayed it, so it can't go back in anymore. But now it can go the opposite side. So what did I do? I just took basically a stainless steel nut and bolt, took it right through there. So that keeps my shaft in place. You guys will also notice that I've got a squash ball on the top. Some guys actually put a squash ball in the inside. I used to use a squash ball. Works fine, works perfectly. Until the sliced bread came along. I'll show you guys now exactly what is sliced bread. So basically I've got a squash ball on the top here. What does the squash ball do for me? It serves as a shock absorber for me. I've also got one in the inside, alright? I've also got one in the inside, so when I'm pulling my pump, right, it also serves as a shock absorber in the inside there. Remember the rubbers that we just threw away? So we need to replace those rubbers. Ba-da-bum! This is what we're going to replace it with. Alright? This is what we're going to replace it with. Plain silicone. Basically what I did was, I took a tube of silicone, I cut the front off with a hacksaw, left it for a few days and let it harden. And this is basically what I was left with. Hard silicone. Okay? What I did then, I cut the silicone as thick as, I would say more or less the thickness of my finger. Drilled the hole in the inside, and I basically used this to replace those rubbers that normally gets worn out. So yeah, that will basically make your pump easier. For the guys that's going to pump 20 minutes and get tired, you'll now be able to pump an hour or more, and you'll be more successful at collecting bait. Thanks again guys for tuning in. Another episode of How To. I hope this info that I just brought you guys helped you guys. Once again, don't forget guys, subscribe. Until we meet again with the next episode, whoop whoop, cheerio.